Bill Cosby. There's a docuseries. Kamau Bell? Anyway, Kamau is a writer, I think. He's also a stand-up comedian. He's done a lot of work. I've seen his face for years. He has a docuseries. A number of folks are involved in it, and it's entitled Bill Cosby. We need to talk about Cosby. We need to talk about Cosby. We need to talk about Cosby. We have to talk about Cosby and his, allegations and the trial and the overturning of the trial, because that's what happened. He was convicted and then it was overturned, right? Okay, so that means he's not guilty. So I guess that's what the documentary will be about the wrongful prosecution of Bill Cosby because his conviction was overturned, right? I don't think that's what it's going to be about. Here's the thing, guys. Do we really need to talk about Cosby? We don't really need to talk about Cosby. Who says we need to talk about Cosby? Damn it, I'm tired of talking about Cosby. For the last 5 years, there's been so much Cosby talk. Okay, so I don't know why we need to talk about him. I guess because there's a bag involved. Who is still walking around going, hey, I'm a black, just because you're a black person, does that mean you get to say, oh, I'm so impacted by Bill Cosby and the allegations against Bill Cosby that I can't function with my life? I need to go on I need to be a part of a docuseries where we examine my personal feelings about Bill Cosby and how it destroyed me that he's not or may not be who he appeared to be. As if anyone is who they appear to be when they're playing the character on a fucking show. I'm just saying, it's like, we're grown-ass people. So, if we are, since some of the people that are going to be critics of what I'm saying who are going to disagree, first of all, you're entitled to your feelings. Hear me out, though. You're going to say it's wrong for me to say this, and I'm only saying this because it's Bill Cosby, and I'm only saying it because Bill Cosby's black, and you're probably right. I can admit the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm black, and because Bill Cosby's black. Now, maybe if I was white, I would say this if I had black vision, and I could understand the world from a black perspective. Hear me out. Bill Cosby is alive, and his charges were released, overturned. Hugh Hefner. Today, there's a documentary about Hugh Hefner. Secrets of Playboy Hugh Hefner, and apparently they paint him as a monster. Abusive to women, basically having a brothel and a cult type situation at the Playboy Mansion. Hugh Hefner died in 2017. See a difference there? What Hugh Hefner was doing was acceptable. At the time, was acceptable what he was doing. Apparently, he was keeping women against their will, had undue control over their lives. I don't know what if he was doing was illegal, but what I'm saying is there's a difference between the two. See, we can't pretend that black and white is the same in America when the history of black people and white people in America are not the same. Yes, I feel differently about Bill Cosby and what they're doing with this docuseries because he is a black man. As does most of America feel different about what Hugh Hefner did because he is a white guy. Let's just be blunt as hell. Don't tell me we should not have any, I should not be protective of this. It's not protective of Bill Cosby. I don't know Bill Cosby. Nor am I making money off Bill Cosby. Nor do I look forward to making money off Bill Cosby. I'm saying it is bad form for black people to continually jump on this bandwagon of shitting on Bill Cosby when it's been fine, when it's been overturned. It's also bad form because we know that black and white are treated differently in America. I could produce study after study after study that shows the difference of prosecutions between white guys and black guys. White people, white women and black women, black men and white men. It's like, it's not even up for debate. Okay? There's a different justice system and there's a different lens for black people and white people. So don't pretend that it's all the same and this money is everything. Money and class are inextricably tied together. What I'm saying is, what I'm also saying is, get something else better to do. Now, I know you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm not saying this against a lot of talk about Bill Cosby, but goddamn it, it's obviously people wanting to get the bag. What other reason could there be? People are still sitting around going, hey, let's have this conversation about Bill Cosby. Really? Really? What is this? What is this? What is this? It's just a bunch of bullshit in order to make money at the expense. The other thing is this, and people need to understand this, and I'm sure now, I know, this is a Tim Black show. Different people watch this show. We don't have a lot of Bill Cosby's. You got a lot of white guys that have done things. It's not, what I'm saying is, you had Bob Saget. Rest in peace. Rest in power. Okay? You got the guy that did how many shows? What I'm saying is there's a lot of white guys who have played fathers in sitcoms or in shows that were impactful. The Happy Days guy, Bosley, whatever his name was. Okay? Full House, I just named him. The Waltons and some shit. My Three Sons. All these different shows with white guys in them. The guy from Alf or something, the Wonder Years dad, the dad on I don't know, 6 Feet Under, and the guy on this thing. Like, there are all these multiple shows of white men being in this patriarchal role. The Melissa Gilbert, what's the Little House on the Prairie dude? Okay, that guy. Like, what I'm saying is there's a lot of these roles that white men have played and that could be revered for them and thought of them fondly, and people look back at their lives and go, oh. But for black folks, it's only like one or two. It's like James Evans, Good Times. It's like Bill Cosby. It's like Winslow guy from the 90s I had. Family Matters. That's it. It's only like 3 or 4 guys, man. I almost said Philip Drummond, and he was a white guy. You get what I'm saying? So it's not the same. And it's sort of like back to what I was saying about politics and how when Biden curses out a reporter, it's not that big a deal, but when Trump does, it's a big deal. And they both did the same shit. I'm not giving a pass to what Cosby's doing. I'm saying let's not act like having these conversations on paying platforms. It's not about money. Don't act like it's about some type of social sub shit. And don't pretend that black people that have a problem with it are somehow betraying women. We're not betraying women. America, if you wanted black people to feel the same way that you feel about white people who break the law, maybe we should have to fight for civil rights. Maybe we shouldn't be discriminated against. And maybe there shouldn't be redlining. And maybe there shouldn't be mass incarceration. And maybe we should get the same raises. And maybe black men and women shouldn't have to get their white friends to pretend they own their homes for them to get accurate appraisals of their properties. So don't say, why don't black people act the same way we would act if it was some white guy in the shoes of Bill Cosby, when you don't treat us the same way you treat those guys. When you don't treat black folks the same way as you treat white folks. When you don't treat black men the same way as you treat white men. And historically have not. So people want it the same way when it's not the same way. And they want us to feel the same way about it, when history does not give us similar outcomes. So, last thing. What I have a problem with, I don't have a problem with Kamau Bell and the people that show up. Well, actually, I do. I mean, who cares? Like, I think it's an obvious play for money. I don't see what could be said, but who knows? Maybe somebody on the show is going to talk and they're going to say something similar to what I'm saying. And then I guess I would say, okay, well, that's okay. You went up and you held the line. You said the truth. You didn't just go, I'm so damaged, irreparably damaged, because Bill Cosby may or may not have done something that I disagree with and I find, appalling. And now I can't function with life. I need to come on this show and talk about my feelings about it. And pretend that it's not rooted in awareness for your own brand or recognition, and do more work, and also to pick up a bag. Right? So let's not pretend that's not part of it. Okay? Because when I talk about it, more than likely, it gets demonetized. I'm not making a lot of money talking about Bill Cosby. When you got paid to go on Showtime to talk about your personal feelings about a case you have no involvement in, that we've been talking about for 5 fucking years. And the only reason why you're so impacted is because he's black, right? Come on. So, once again, I just want to put out the hypocrisy and how America doesn't want to look at itself. So, I don't know if I'm going to cover, because it doesn't come out to the 29th, I think it is, the 29th. I don't know if I'm going to cover the actual releasement of the docuseries. I don't want to give it too much shine. I just want to address it. I just wanted to say something about it. Okay? And because I'm in this space and I'm not afraid to address the issue. I've heard some other folks have made comments about it. They said we just stay on code as a people. Well, it's really hard for black people to stay on code when black people are so financially disenfranchised. Okay? So I understand that point, but I can't give you a pass on it. At some point, we got to say it's more important to have a backbone, and you can't just do everything you want to, everything for money. At some point, we have to say, hold on a second, I don't want to be a party to this shit. I'm not saying you don't prosecute Bill Cosby if you can prove what he did or whatever. I'm saying I don't need to be a party of shaming him publicly and acting like I can't deal with my own personal emotions about a person I don't even fucking know.